Police suddenly noticed a woman running down the street wrapped in a bathrobe, so he ran toward the woman. After showing her his police badge, the woman said she had been raped. Nate tried to call for backup, but the woman, terrified, wouldn't let him leave. 3 hours later, the task force took over the case, but the woman was afraid of them. She only wanted to see Nate. Benson tried to comfort her, but the woman lashed out at Benson in a panic. In truth, the woman's mind was beginning to unravel. Benson felt helpless. When Nate arrived at the task force, the woman started recounting her traumatic experience. She explained that the perpetrator had first pretended to help her carry something. Then he forced her into his house to play a game. The woman managed to escape. Benson tried to reassure her, but Nate thought the woman had been careless. The task force members found Nate rude. They wanted him to leave the interrogation room, but the woman agreed with Nate's perspective. And when Benson tried to get more details about the suspect, the woman would only share information with Nate. 2 task force members had no choice but to step out. Then the woman gave Nate crucial details. An hour later, Nate successfully obtained her official statement. She even helped sketch the suspect's face. The task force returned to the woman's neighborhood to gather more leads. An elderly woman provided them with an important clue. There was a strange person in the area who often watched the street. Soon, the task force located this odd individual, but he recognized Benson and pulled up footage of her visiting the street 2 years earlier. Benson became convinced of his unusual abilities. She then showed him the suspect's sketch, asking for help. Not only did the boy easily state when the suspect appeared, he even found surveillance footage of the criminal. To confirm the man was the real perpetrator, the task force had the victim identify him, and she successfully pointed out the suspect. Once the investigators had solid evidence, they looked into the suspect's background. He had previously been jailed for domestic abuse against his wife. After his release, a restraining order was filed against him. Now he was working at a meatpacking plant. When police arrived at the plant, Mark immediately dropped a ham and fled. Officers chased after him. Just as he ran out of the factory, he was hit by a car. Nate arrived just in time. They successfully arrested Mark, but Mark denied committing the crime. The police began interrogating him, but Mark lied. Then they presented proof of his deception. Yet Mark kept weaving more lies. Just as they were about to send him to jail, a prosecutor intervened, halting the case.